Welcome to the OPSM Sports Vision for Clubs program. As the official eye care partner of the AFL and Cricket Australia, we've been looking after the eyesight of the game's best. But at OPSM, we believe it's just as important to work with players in our local communities. By pairing grassroots clubs with OPSM stores, we can provide a personalised, world-class customer experience. This video will explain all about this new initiative and how you can get involved and drive additional business to your store. To get involved, clubs can apply to be part of the OPSM Sports Vision for Clubs program on the OPSM website. The application goes through to the OPSM sponsorship team, who will assess the application against a range of criteria which includes how big is the club and how close is it to an OPSM store. When the application is successful, the club will be accepted into the program and they will receive an eye screening for their players and members, $1,000 in cash and $1,000 worth of playing equipment. Upon receipt of the application, the OPSM sponsorship team will be in touch with the nearest OPSM store to that club. If the store agrees to participate in the program, a nominated point of contact from the store will then be introduced to the club. At least 3 weeks before, arrange to meet the club contact at the clubhouse and find out when would be the best time for the eye screening. It is likely that the eye screening will take place one weeknight during training. Make sure that the proposed dates do not interrupt store trading. Avoid late night trading nights and other store activities. Have a look at the space available for the eye screening in the clubhouse to understand the setup and flow of people on the night. Find out how many players you will need to see in what period of time. This will help you plan how many staff you need. 2 weeks before the event, register the screening with the OPSM sponsorship team to ensure equipment is sent to you. You will need to communicate the date, time and location of the screening and the number and size of the t-shirts required for the OPSM staff members. 1 week before the event, send the event brief to all staff taking part. This can be found on the local store marketing portal. 3 days before the event, contact the club to ensure everything is still okay for the screening. Double check all the equipment has arrived and is in working order. Confirm with all staff they can still support you with the event. OPSM sponsorship will send you a Sports Vision screening pack which contains visual acuity charts, cover paddles, plus 1.50 flippers, near cards, a Titmus fly, a 24-plate Ishihara colour testing book, a tape measure, iPads with internet connection to record the screening results, backup paper screening forms, t-shirts for the OPSM store team, and a bank details collection form. It is the store's responsibility to check that all equipment is present and correct on arrival. The store must contact OPSM sponsorship immediately if anything is missing or broken. Staff should arrive at the club no later than 30 minutes prior to the screening and prepare the following stations: the welcome station, near vision colour and depth perception testing, distance vision testing, and the optometrist station. This is the player's first point of contact with OPSM staff. Welcome them and explain to them that OPSM is providing an eye screening for all players. While not a substitute for a full eye test, this screening will be a good indicator as to whether a full eye test is required. Register the player's details on the iPad's result form and direct them to either the near vision, colour and depth perception station or the distance vision testing. Remember to give the player's details to the staff member conducting that particular test. Ask the player to hold the near chart at arm's length away and then read with both eyes, only the left eye and then only the right eye. If the player's result is worse than N.8, then this is a review. Record the result on the results form shown on the iPad. Take the player through every other plate and ask them to tell you which number they see. 2 or more errors with the colour plates is a review. Ask the player to put on the 3D glasses, hold the book at arm's length and tell you which shape pops out from the page. If the result is worse than a 40-second arc, this is a review. Set up the visual acuity chart at around adult eye level and place a chair 3 metres away. Ask the player to stand behind the chair and read the 6/6 line in the middle of the chart with both eyes. If this is achieved, this is a pass. Then ask the player to gently cover their left eye with the cover paddle and read the 6/6 line on the right section of the visual acuity chart. If this is achieved, this is a pass. Repeat this covering the right eye, reading the left section of the visual acuity chart. Ask the player to hold the +1.50 flipper in front of both eyes and try to read the 6/12 line. Ask the player if the flipper makes the line appear more clearly or blurry. If the answer is clear, this is a review. Depending on the number of players being screened, the participating OPSM store may be required to set up multiple distance vision testing stations, as this test can be the most time-consuming. The optometrist must always be the last stop for the player. Using the information recorded on the iPad, the optometrist will then decide whether to give the player a pass or review overall. If the outcome is a pass, the optometrist must explain that the screening has not indicated any opportunities for improvement, but a full eye test in store is recommended every 2 years. If the outcome is a review, this means that the player is recommended to go into the OPSM store for a full eye test and ultra-wide DRS. It is important that the optometrist explains the results and, if applicable, what vision correction options are available to sports players and how this can be managed alongside their training to alleviate any anxiety. After selecting Pass or Review on the iPad screening form, a thank you message to the player will appear, informing them that they will shortly receive an email from the store with OPSM's recommendations. This email will include a product offer for them. In the sports vision testing kit that is sent from the OPSM sponsorship team, there will be a bank details collection form. This form needs to be given to the club the night of the screening to complete their details. Once the form is complete, please send this back to the OPSM sponsorship team so they can facilitate the payment. The OPSM sponsorship team will send the equipment to your OPSM store. Arrange a suitable time with the club to deliver this to them. A store representative must then take a photo with the present members of the club and the new equipment. And, if possible, ask the club to use the photograph in their next newsletter sent out to all club players and members. Once you have successfully completed your player eye screening, arrange with the club a suitable time to have the service available for all of their non-playing members, coaches, and anyone else involved with the club. It is likely that this could be a match day. Speak to the OPSM sponsorship team when you know more about when the second screening can take place. There is a range of equipment available for this. For example, a branded marquee and branded giveaways, so talk everything through with the OPSM sponsorship team and they can help you plan what you need. Now that a relationship has been established between you and the club, keep in regular contact with them. Ask the club if you can include a poster on their notice board reminding club members about the exclusive product offer they receive as part of the program. OPSM sponsorship will be able to provide a personalised poster for you. Ask the club if there are any events where you could have a presence, such as a fundraising night. Perhaps you could provide a pair of sunnies for a raffle. If you have any other ideas or would like further support on how to grow your club-store relationship, then get in touch with OPSM sponsorship.